Um, what's going on, everybody? We are live again. Yes, we have a lot to discuss. I mean, we've just got a very big announcement yesterday that on Friday there was a massive wrap party for Cobra Kai season 6. And today, as I speak, is the final day of Cobra Kai season 6 filming in Atlanta. The final day. Guys, how crazy is that? The final day of filming in Atlanta. And, this doesn't necessarily mean they are done completely with filming. They're not going to go and tell everybody, how all the filming aspect works. I mean, the main stuff's been done, though, but they probably think most fans will assume it's just done now. But they might do some pickup. They might do a few things in LA, because obviously the location in the show is in LA, so it makes sense. But yeah, crazy news, absolutely crazy news. But how's everybody doing? How's everyone's weekend going? It's very bittersweet news. I still can't believe it myself. I've been a big fan of this show since the start on YouTube Red, and I just think what an amazing journey it's been. And this is the start of the reality kicking in that Cobra Kai is ending soon. I mean, even though we already know it's the final season, it's just you start to process it more near the time. So how's everybody doing? I want to see a bunch of thumbs up in the chat. Say W stream or just say WCKN, so I know you're ready for today's stream. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun one to talk about. I mean, it's just so bittersweet, man. Like, I still can't quite process this. That's actually happening. It's surreal, Um, Then I don't know if you guys can hear that cat outside my house, but I always get this cat that always is meowing and stuff. It's quite funny. It's a cute cat as well. 29 people are here. We'll just wait for a few more people. The Black Fox, I'm a big fan. Oh, thanks, bro. I appreciate that. What is your favorite show other than Cobra Kai? I love The Boys. Really big fan of Reacher. I really like the Fallout series on Prime Video. I'm actually still finishing that as we speak. That's honestly like one of my favorite shows right now. And I think Shogun, I haven't fully watched it all yet, but that is another great show. You might notice some similarities there with Cobra Kai. I mean, The Boys especially. Gen V is another one I really like. That's literally like very similar to The Boys, but it's like a college version, which I like. I mean, I love the ideas of these like different shows because they're just so entertaining and I have so much fun with them. I'm going to create a bingo card of things that will happen in season 6 and watch it and see how long it takes to get bingo. Honestly, that's a great idea. I don't think I've done that with previous seasons, but that is a great one. I will probably do the same. I mean, we could do. It might be difficult because I'll be watching it with a few people, the new season, but like with them, I'll be doing bingo cards. I could go live when we watch it, and really enjoy it. But then again, I might not want to be live when I'm trying to enjoy the whole final season. So it just depends. What's up, Morgan F? Gen V is so good. Yeah. Sony Pictures TV makes some very good shows. Another show I really like, Twisted Metal. That's another show I really enjoy. You've got Twisted Metal, Gen V, The Boys, Cobra Kai, all SBTV shows, which is crazy. I thought Reacher was, but I don't think they are. I think Paramount TV made it. Are you a fan of Marvel? Yes, I'm a big fan of Marvel. That's like one of my favorite things to watch. So, yeah, I want to see Deadpool 3 on opening night. So, that's definitely something I've been thinking about because tomorrow tickets release. So if you are planning to see that on opening night, just remember tickets release tomorrow. I don't know if that's just the UK or just generally around the world, but probably is just around the world as well. I like the obliterated. Too shame they stopped it. I don't think they were gonna do that many seasons of Obliterate, even if they did it. I mean, it just depends. I think it's just one of those things. But I liked Obliterate a lot. I was hoping they'd do at least one more season, and maybe it was another adventure for them. That'd be the only thing. Like, it's not heavy story like Cobra Kai, the Karate Kid universe. That's a different ball game. But I think their creators had a lot of fun making that. They probably really enjoyed that before they got to filming Cobra Kai season 6. So it's just crazy. They've filmed like these past 5 months, and it's gone so quick since January. Like, I still can't believe it. It's still surreal that they have filmed that much. You know, you should react to the In-Betweeners. I've seen all the In-Betweeners. I watched that growing up. It's actually such a funny show. Um, some of the humor in it reminds me of what the Big Three have done in their R-rated comedies. If they were to ever work with those cast members, that would be such a great combo. Um, I really hope that John and Hayden and Josh this time get involved. He's involved with them for another American Pie film, because that last American Pie film, I haven't even watched it, but I've heard terrible things about it, and I'm hoping they do something that's basically similar to Reunion. I feel like they should do like a spin-off on, the guys are older now, sort of like how they're going about their lives, as they kind of did that in Reunion, but I feel like there's more time has passed now. They could do more of that. And then like just in the sense of they have kids now, how their kids going about it. Remember Jim and Michelle, they have a kid. They could definitely make that character um appear in the new film. So they could definitely do that. Maybe they are using more of the footage that they filmed prior to the shutdown during the strikes. Here's the thing: they filmed one episode during the strikes, so I think they might have refilmed it with the elements that they could do better on. But the episode must have been good enough anyway. But they probably just wanted to refilm it because there's probably just a consistency thing. They probably didn't want to have that issue where maybe Kenny and Anthony don't look the age they are. Um, if they film, if they keep that and they look a little bit taller or older in the later episodes, I think it just kind of confuses audiences. I don't know if that would be the reason though. That's just one little thing. I personally think though they just wanted it to be consistent, so they just refilmed it. Maybe reworked a few things. Are like, yeah, we could probably change this. Um, so yeah, I still can't believe it's been the last season of Cobra Kai, and it's been filmed. Like, honestly, surreal. So in this stream today, we'll be talking about all this stuff about filming. I'll be answering your questions, and we'll just chill. I think it'll be a nice little stream to do on a Sunday. I was thinking of doing this stream later, because I think there'll be more viewers that would be able to make it. Um, and just talk in general about all this stuff. So I just think it depends. I definitely think it's a interesting one. So 90 people in the stream. What's up, everybody? If you are new to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I think you have to tap my username up here, and then you can see the subscribe buttons on my channel. And don't forget to hit the like button. There's a button with 3 dots. You select that, and then the like button will appear here. Is Miguel Diaz going to college? I mean, I think a bunch of the students will be going to college. We'll see how that pans out for them, because they probably have very interesting things to go about with those guys. The younger characters obviously don't have a concluded story. They're young to keep around. And you want to do more with those characters. I think Cobra Kai has done a brilliant job in creating new characters that we really like, and also making them important for the future. So I feel like it would be good enough to have a show on Miguel, Robbie, Sam, Tori, Eli, Dimitri, I think it's strong enough. So, Ian, how's my day going? It's been good, yeah. I'm enjoying my Sunday. It's been really nice weather. Been watching some of the football. There's some NBA craziness coming later with the Game 7, so I can't wait. I uploaded some new videos as well, if you guys want to check that out. Been working on another video, so I can't wait to see what you guys think. Just keeping tabs on. I will send you guys a link to my Instagram. There's been some new posts about filming which I want to make sure you guys are aware of. I'm gonna send you a link to this post, which is basically the it's basically some post from last night. The costume designer Frank Helmer posted some really cool images. One in particular was with Courtney and Martin, very reminiscent of Amanda and Kreese, her slapping Kreese, which was funny. And we also got a photo with so many badasses in one photo. The creators of Cobra Kai, Jesse Cove, the son of Martin Cove. He played David, the varsity captain in Cobra Kai season 3. We also have Ken Bearfield, the stunt coordinator, Don Lee, the fight coordinator, and William is in the photo as well, one of the biggest badasses. And also we've got one thing is that where's Ralph? Where is he in the photo? Probably was inside or something, but that was the wrap party for Cobra Kai season 6 on Friday. So it's pretty crazy. Samantha LaRusso is your favorite? She's a good character. I mean, obviously at first she's quite annoying, but I did like her um, more now. Yeah, so if you guys got any questions about Cobra Kai season 6 filming, what's happening and what's coming next, let me know. I want to talk about when we could expect the next trailer as well, because it only makes sense that we get it in June, because they normally keep trailers, well, they normally keep the official trailer 3 weeks before the release date. So we could probably expect it towards the end of June, because the release date for the first part of season 6 is obviously in mid-July, 18th of July. So if anything, I think we could expect the trailer to drop on the 28th. I mean, that's a really good date. It was on a Friday this time as well. We got that dates announcement trailer. With the official trailers, though, they could drop them on the Wednesday or the Thursday, so keep an eye on that. Just keep an eye on that last week of June, because I think that's when they'll drop the trailer. Personally, I think if they just drop it on the Monday of my birthday, that would be great. I like how the month starts on a Monday with my birthday, with July. So yeah, my birthday's in July, if you didn't know, which is it's gonna be a crazy birthday month as a Cobra Kai fan, as a Marvel fan with Deadpool 3 coming out. There's so many big shows coming out that month as well. The Boys season 4 comes out right before my birthday, and just really excited for summer, man. Really excited for July. What's up, Minifig Studios? Who do you think will win, Miguel or Robbie versus the Payne brothers? I think Miguel and Robbie. I mean, Kenny Payne, Kenny and Sean will put up a good fight, but I think the Step Brothers will win. If they lose, there's got to be some like plot reason, because they shouldn't lose that fight. They're too skilled for those two. Kenny's probably more skilled than Sean in karate, but he's got the brawn. He's very strong, so that's definitely the one thing that he's got on his side. I can't imagine him and Miguel and Sean having a good fight. I hope there's a part of the fight where I think there'll be a rematch between Robbie and Sean within that fight, and then we will see like a moment where Miguel and Kenny fight. But I think Miguel is going to get the upper hand there. But I feel that Kenny wants to beat Miguel. He's probably got this ego where he really wants to beat him, because he didn't beat him in season 5 in the dojo. I mean, Miguel was laying out so many kicks on Kenny. It was funny. I feel like Kenny only got the upper hand on Robbie because he was getting ganged up by a bunch of them. I feel like Robbie would like would fight Sean well, and then I can imagine. I really want to see Miguel and Sean fight. That'd be a really cool fight. Um, that would be so. I think in that way, Miguel and Hawk. I think Miguel and Hawk would be a good fight now, but see, it would be crazy if they fought each other in the Sekai Taikai. I don't know if anyone's considered this, but how do we know we're not going to see some of them face each other in the tournament? What if Miguel and Robbie fight each other in the tournament? Like, that would be pretty crazy. I would think that'd be a big twist as well, because everyone's expecting Miguel and Robbie, one of them, to go to the finals. But what if they have to face each other together? That's going to be a really difficult one. If Robbie beats Miguel, that might be like it'd be a. I think a lot of Miguel fans would be sour. I'll be happy for Robbie though, because I want him to go all the way as well. But then if Robbie loses, then you have that conundrum like, oh, why does it have to be at that expense? I think this just depends. But I just think this. I think none of us are ready for this new season and what's going to bring. It's definitely been the hardest season to predict. I will say that. You know, season 3 and 4 was so fun to predict, and you know, I feel like you could definitely predict them pretty well, but like it's still satisfying what we saw. Season 6 though, it's like you're not gonna know what we're doing. But I like that because it's the last season. So yeah. Wow, 199 people. What is up, people? Again, if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button now. We're closing in on 63k subs. I believe we are 481 subs away. I'm just having a look on the live subscriber count. I always keep this up whenever I'm doing a live, just because it makes things interesting. Um, so where is that? Who is that? Oh, well, here we go. That's it. Wow, we've already got 8 more subs. That's amazing. Dog, do you think Jaden Smith will be in season 6? I honestly don't think he will appear. I mean, why do people really want him in season 6? He's got nothing to do with the Miyagi verse. I mean, Jackie Chan has more of a chance to appear. I think they could cameo him as just Jackie Chan, but then people will be like, is he Mr. Han? I mean, I wouldn't mind him cameoing, but I just don't want the focus being on that. That's also why I don't mind if we don't see them. I'm not that fussed. I mean, we're going to see Jackie and Ralph in the film together. That's cool enough as it is, but I don't think that's canon to the Miyagi verse. I think we'll find that out very soon, though. Um, so yeah, guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and let's try and get 72 more subs. Let's try and get to 62.6k on this stream. I mean, I feel like we could do it. What's up, Jacob? How you doing, man? What's your favorite 1v1 fight in the show? I honestly don't know. I mean, there's so many. But the 1v1 fights tend to be the best fights in the show, I think, because you can really focus on the choreography with just 2 characters. And just like the sheer storytelling with the fight. I think season 6 will probably give us some for a run for our money. Just because I think season 6 will want to push the boundary on these 1v1 fights, especially in I think the Sekai Taikai. I think that's going to be a really, really interesting one. So, who's going to win the Sekai Taikai? I'm not sure. I've got my options. It's going to be down to the core 4. I feel like even though realistically none of them should win it, I think it's going to go down to that. Miguel and Robbie, Sam or Tori, like it could be either of them. If Miguel and Tori win, and then Sam and Robbie doesn't, it could go either way. Sam and Robbie could win their divisions, and then Miguel and Tori don't. So I guess it depends. Depends the route they're going. It's so difficult to say though. Hawk and Miguel in season 2, that Coyote Creek fight was awesome. There's so many great fights. If you guys want to see me do one, I will do a ranking of all the 1v1 fights because I think that'd be a really fun video. We could do a tier list ranking as well. I mean, I'll be down to do that because I've been meaning to do a tier list ranking in a while. And they are so fun to do, especially because you're working with so many different fights, and that'd be a really cool one to discuss with you guys. And I think just generally there'd be loads of cool stuff to do. So You look like Miguel. Thanks. I get that so often. Um, I just think with this 1v1s we get in the Sekai Taikai, I really want them to be brutal. I really do. Um, I think that would be something I'm looking forward to. Just the level of skill that has to go into the fights. I know that the cast have probably worked the best they ever have on the fights because these are going to be very difficult. Um, who do you think would win in a real life fight, Jacob or Tanner? That's a difficult one. I think that would be very close. They're both very talented. I think Tanner keeps up with martial arts, but maybe Jacob's just edging him in that way. So I think it depends. They're both so good though, so because it just depends on the fight. Like, why are they fighting? They're both so good on skill. So that's an interesting one. Um, what does oh, this is a great question by Hatred Rules. What does Miguel have to do to gain back season one to aura? I think he needs to find a personal reason to win the tournament, right? I think the way he'll get that edge is the personal story. I think he needs that personal drive to win. This is why I hope we see a parallel to season one. Miguel won it for personal reasons. He was the underdog. He wanted to prove, his bully's wrong. He can defend himself. Him being a champion was a full circle on him from being this fragile, he was weak. He wasn't like he couldn't defend himself to a champ, to the strongest in his age group and the most confident at fighting. No one will mess with him. It's to go against the bullies, show the bullies of the world. You remember that speech in season three Miguel had to get the All Valley unbanned. That is the vibe we're going for with Miguel. I think the fact that he's now got Sam in this sense, like they basically have solidified relationship, and he's now step brothers with Robbie. That's going to be a big driving force for him. His relationship with Johnny, this new sibling he's going to have with not just Robbie, but with his new son, or I mean, his new brother or sister that Carmen's going to give birth to. The Miyagi-Do relationships, with all that stuff, like his new dynamics with that. I think that's going to be a big one. But his personal drive to win, I think if something happens to Sam or Robbie or any of his like family, he's going to go all the way in the tournament. Same with Robbie, I feel. That's going to be an important one. And I really think that's the way you'll bring out the Miguel season 1 and 2 aura. That's such a big one. Um, no one should expect the Sekai to be like the Ore Valley. I don't think it will make any sense to do that. I want to learn on the history on the Sekai Taikai. I think how they filmed the Sekai Taikai, I've heard it's like so different from the Ore Valley, and I'm glad because I don't think we need um, one of those things. I'm just saying Hayden Schlossberg's Instagram story from last night. That's hilarious. Oh my god, this is gonna be hilarious. uh, this is hilarious. I just seen some really funny stuff. Sorry, this is hilarious. Oh my god. Um, yeah, I agree, TJ. It's so much. It's the world tournament. It can't be like the Ore Valley. Not at all. Um, Johnny is the man. I cannot wait to see his arc in Cobra Kai season 6. I'm so excited because this is going to conclude his story and it concludes Daniel's. But with Johnny, I'm really curious what they're gonna do with that. Um, if you guys have any specific season 6 questions, let me know. I'll be doing this live for probably like another 15 minutes, perhaps. I wanted to talk more about the filming though, because we're at the end of the regular filming with season 6 in Atlanta, but I've said this before, they could do pickup in LA. Um, do you think that episodes will be 30, 40 minutes each and say wrapping up today? I think they were always going to be around that length. Um, it just makes sense. And I don't think they would go a route in that way, with I think with season hold on. I think with season 6 we should expect the longest episodes. I mean, I don't know what they're gonna do with the last episode. Like it's a movie length finale. That's what I'm trying to say. Um, it could be like that. I'm hoping it is because I want it to feel like a Karate Kid movie in its sense. So yeah, that was a fear of mine that it would feel like the All Valley, but in a different occasion. Yeah, I mean, let's be real. Like the Sekai Taikai has to make the guys in the valley feel like the underdogs. That's how you can recapture that Karate Kids element. And I think they should be the underdogs in the tournament. I feel like all the people in the tournament have had way more experience than the guys in the valley, but they're probably not realizing the karate level, or like at least they're probably not expecting a lot from the guys in the valley. Because I think I'm sorry, I can hear a massive ass bee or wasp in my room. If that's the case, I'm gonna have to close my window because when they get in your room, it's like game over. They will not leave until like you fight them. Hold on, I gotta show no mercy to this wasp. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. Ah, um, do you think they'll give us a tease after they wrap up filming the season? I mean, yeah, that's normally how it works, right? So we've got some time to think about it. When they end up going about that. Miguel needs to lose to the final team boss in early in the season. Feel like underdog and win the Sekai Taikai. Oh, that would be interesting. See, if what if like they lose a street fight with like maybe one of the opponents, but then in the tournament they win? Like that could be Miguel or Robbie. I would like to see that type of dynamic with that because that'd be interesting. Miguel is undefeated. His first look like that will be a real deal. Well, to be honest, Miguel has lost. I don't. I think this is like. I think we got to remind people there is like Miguel has lost fights. I mean, in the tournament though, he hasn't lost. So that's the only thing. I mean, he technically lost against Eli, but that was he just decided to walk away because he didn't want to compete with his injury, or it changed his perspective. I think. Just trying to think like. I mean, I personally think a loss outside of the tournament would hit him more because it's like a real fight. But he has lost fights in the past. I think. I mean, if you're talking about season 1, when I mean, he didn't. He probably didn't want to start a fight, but Kyler was like, they were bullying him. The guys were bullying him and stuff. They ended up like beating him up in a fight, but then it wasn't really a fair fight. I remember I said, "Who's your favorite superhero?" Changed my name. Oh, yeah, I do remember you. Um, do you think Hector Salazar appears in season 6? I really hope he does. I mean, again, it really depends. Hector, they could have him appear, but they might twist it where he's not the bad guy. He might, I mean, he could turn up to Carmen and Johnny's wedding, which I really want to see. But what would his journey be to that? And is that the first time we'll see him in season 6 since season 5? I mean, I'd rather we see a glimpse of what he's trying to do, but the mystery could be there. And does he and Silver interact at some point in season 6? Because you never know. What if him and Silver are enemies, but they work together? Because Hector said he made a lot of enemies, so you never know. What if he did Silver dirty in some business aspect in the past? We don't know. It would be a small world, though, I think, to do that. But the criminal world, I think a lot of people know each other. That's what would make sense in that way. And Silver's gone that route in some aspect with Dynatox. Um, thanks for joining, Cobra Kai Rapper. I hope to see you again soon, bro. Jacob, you think Robbie's going to win the tournament? Feels more right if Miguel wins because it started with Miguel and should then end with Miguel. I get that. I think I only want Miguel to win if it's for more personal reasons than Robbie. Robbie deserves a win, but I think the season 1 aspects, when you watch season 1 again, I think there's going to be a lot of parallels to it. So I think Miguel winning makes sense. And him becoming a 2-time champ, just like Daniel, it really is, fulfilling that Miguel is is the main Karate Kid of this story. But he's not Daniel LaRusso. He's Miguel Diaz. That's the difference. And him winning on the world stage, that's something that, I mean, all the students being in the world tournament, that's something Daniel has never done. And Johnny as well. So, um, uh, so I think, yeah, it makes sense in that way for Miguel to win. Lucifer, what's going on, man? It's been a while. What do you think about Miguel having a death match with Hector? Kind of like the Karate Kid 2. Jacob definitely, the chosen one definitely spoke about this. I remember talking to him about a theory though, about him, Hector and Miguel. I mean, I know his whole theory is so basically Hector and Miguel will have a personal fight, and then Robbie wins. I think they could go either way with the Hector stuff. It could be that he's barely in the season, or what happens is they bring him in and chaos ensues. Like he causes so much crazy stuff because of like what happened. So yeah, I think it really depends. I like the theory though. I think it's a great theory, and I agreed with Jacob. My idea was with this fight. What if Hector draws a gun to like maybe Johnny or something, or he tries to hurt Vanessa. I mean, Carmen, or he tries to hurt Sam. Because my theory was, what if what if this happens? So imagine Miguel having to fight Hector, and Hector's holding a gun at everybody, and he's telling Miguel to come closer, but everyone else has to stay back. And Johnny says to him like, "This is a real fight." It's a big parallel to Miyagi and Daniel in Karate Kid 2, and I could see him holding Sam, but then it'd be very Breaking Bad. I mean, he could be off the rails at this point, Hector. Who knows? So he could be holding a gun to them, and him saying, "Miguel, you come here." But then I can't imagine, Hector gets distracted. Maybe Sam doesn't move. Miguel doesn't move, which I don't know if it's going to be a thing where he kills Hector, but he could go on a rampage with Hector and it gets bloodied up, like the way Daniel was fighting Chosen, like he said, live or die. I can imagine Miguel going to a point where maybe, you know, he does beat the hell out of Hector to a point where he has to get pulled back. But who's going to pull him back? Johnny would make sense. What if in the process it could be another character? What if you know someone sacrifices himself to save Miguel because he's going too much and Hector tries to shoot him. It really depends. I mean, I don't want to see anything like that, but it will just be so hard to watch. I mean, if Johnny gets shot but he survives, he would have protected Miguel, but I don't think they need to go that route. I just think it would be crazy. I think Hector with a gun, though, that should be a thing if they bring him back. They could really make the intensity crazy in that scene. I don't want to see this at the wedding, though. I feel like this should happen after the wedding. It's got to be done in a certain way, I feel. Because it'll be too, like, over the top then. But yeah. How you meet William Zabka? He was, hey, you met William Zabka? Yeah, I met him at ATLCon last year. Lovely guy. Had a really cool little chat with him. The first thing he said when he saw me, because I was wearing my Eagle Fang Miguel Diaz gi, and he went, "Yo, we got Miguel 2.0," and he came over and just he just like he was just really funny. It was such a cool experience to meet Zabka. And also, he's just a really down to earth guy. So really cares about the fans, really cares about the show, and just an awesome guy. I can't wait to meet him again. It'll be cool to speak to him even more this time, and it'd just be nice to get a chance with him to talk. Uh, I mean, I think it might be a girl. I think the baby might be a girl, and I think my theory is that it could be called Danielle because of it's a full circle of Johnny and Daniel coming together as friends now. I would like to see something like that. I think it'll be cool. And I think it's definitely an interesting one. I definitely think we're gonna get some really interesting things. Wow, there's 211 people here. Guys, thank you for being here. I get so many new viewers coming into these streams. So if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, tap my name, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of my live streams and all my content I post. And hit the like button, the three dots, tap that, and then you see the like button. Let's try and get this to 50 likes and hopefully 100 likes by the end of the stream. It just means that if we get to 100 likes, it means that you want to see more of these. And at the same time, it means that the algorithm will push this video even more. Likes mean a lot. So I appreciate you guys doing that. So, wow, we are 60 subs away from 62.6K. Isn't that crazy? I agree with you, Lucifer. I don't think we've seen the last of Hector. If that's the last of Hector, then the big three never planned for a big return for him. Because you wouldn't leave that stuff up in the air about the bag and all that. I think there's more to that than meets the eye. Definitely think Cobra Kai are good at doing that, teasing something. It's like when Ali returned. Okay, everyone expected Ali to be the pediatric surgeon that was going to help Miguel. And you remember the fake out when Carmen spoke to that lady from the back? It looked like Ali, but it wasn't. It was a different lady. And the thing is, Ali doesn't even work specifically for being a pediatric surgeon, and she's from Denver, or she was based in Denver, so that's a different thing. It's definitely an interesting one. I think Hector will return now. I just feel like even if it's just a cameo, I think he will. Yeah, the fake out was smart because the creators knew like how fans would react to that. Ali coming to save Miguel, but that was always there was always going to be a surgeon to help Miguel. The backpack theory is so strong. I can definitely see that being the case. Um, did I meet Hawk? Dude, I've met all the main cast, which is awesome. There's still a few people I need to meet, but like if you go on my Instagram, I've got a bunch of posts on all the cast I've met. I think I'm gonna do one real soon because it's been 2 years since I've met a lot of them in Liverpool. It will literally be 2 years in a few days. I still can't believe it. It's gone so quick, like surreal. Which season had the best episode one in your opinion? Oh, that's difficult. I love season one, episode one. It's so good. I probably rewatched that one the most. Season two, episode one, Crease returning with Johnny. That's good. Season three, episode one, Aftermath. That's still. I think that could be one of my favorites. Season four, episode one with Silver is so good as well. First Learn Stan. Season five, episode one, Miguel in Mexico and Daniel bringing Chosen. There's no. It's so difficult to choose, man. I have to definitely do a ranking for that. I'll write that down because I want to remember these ideas for streams. So, streams. Episode 1 ranking. That's a good idea. I honestly don't know off the top of my head, but I like them all for different reasons. I think season 4, episode 1, I love the dynamic between Silver and Kreese and how like Kreese really wants to bring him back to Cobra Kai and like Silver shows so much character development and how much he's changed and he's like away from that stuff. But it's honestly crazy. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you are new. There's 197 of you guys. I really appreciate you hit the subscribe button and don't miss out on more content on the channel. I'm always going on. I'm always posting content, doing a lot of live streams and everything. So yeah, do not miss out. 241 people are here. Damn. Uh, okay. Chop Tart says since they said the May filming will be until the end of July. I never heard anything. I'm gonna just make this clear. No one has ever said they're going to be filming to July or till July. I don't know where people heard that. I mean, Sholo saying them being in being the best 6 months of his life doesn't necessarily mean they were going to film that long. Um, but I think it was going to go through to end of May into June, perhaps. That would be the latest, I think. Um, we got 2 weeks to the end of May. It's crazy. So there's still plenty of time for them to do pickup and really finalize the rest of filming. So it's one of those things. This year is going to be a very big one for Comic Cons. In South Carolina or North Carolina, correct me which one it is, but I'm pretty sure the cast of Cobra Kai are going there. I think it's North. Um, with Raleigh or whatever you call it. They're going in July, August. They've got a few of them going to the Steel City Comic Con. October in Edinburgh, you've got a lot of them that are going to. A few of them have already been announced for Comic Con Scotland, Liverpool in November, I believe. They're going to bring some down. It's going to be a big one. And, because of the parts and being spaced out, there's going to be a lot of promo for this final season at Comic Con. So definitely go to a Comic Con and meet them if you can. At least attend the Comic Cons because they'll probably say some cool stuff about season 6. Just one part would have been out. But yeah. Cobra Kai for life, Eddie J. Praise King Cobra's magic. Are you Miguel? No, I'm not Miguel. I can be a cousin if you want me to, though. Oh, speaking of Sensei Kim students, I actually do have a video. I have been working on that. Um, I think we're definitely getting like. I think these students are going to be really like savage. I don't think they're going to be like your ordinary valley fighters. They're going to be savages, especially with Sensei Kim's dojo. I feel. Um, I actually cannot wait to see their that what their role is going to be in the new season. And I think generally speaking, um, we should expect like a lot of uh, badass fights in um, the new season with the Sekai Taikai because they've got some legitimate martial artists in it. There's so many cool ones. I've actually spoken to two of them on Instagram, and they're super cool. Can't wait to actually speak to them about the show once they are allowed, and just to go about, um, you know, this whole season. I mean, there's going to be some really cool fights with them, and the thing is, like, they have got actual full-on experts in martial arts kind of guys. Like, these are going to be some big rivals for the guys in the valley, which I absolutely love. So very excited to see what they do and talk about martial arts with them. I should probably turn this light on so you guys can see better. Also, what if the Sakai Takai goes wrong? In what way? That the guys don't win, like the Valley guys? Cobra Kai doesn't win? Miyagi-Do doesn't win? I mean, that's a possibility. Imagine they did an early screening for the first episode. They definitely won't know. I mean, at the premiere, if there is a premiere in July for the first part, they'll be showing the episode then. So technically, that would be before. I love what they did with season 4 and 5. I think the virtual premiere that would have been in person, but because of COVID, it wasn't. Season 5 was awesome. I love what they did with that. Also, there's so many of you. I'm gonna constantly say it throughout the stream, just so it reminds you. Hit the subscribe button. Asa! Sorry, I love doing that. Guys, we have 50 subs away. 50 subs away from 62.6k. But if I'm going on for like another 30 minutes, I won't be surprised if we get it. But I just want to quickly show you. This is where we are on the subscriber count. Check that out. Can we get 450 subs today? Because that will be 63k. Wouldn't that be crazy? And I have a little surprise guest for you guys. Here's John Kreese. Lots of surprises in season 6. I'm so glad I've still got this Kreese Kringle. I got it during the season 3 marketing. Look at that. Oh man, I cannot wait to see more of that stuff. I really hope they do more Kreese Kringle stuff. And marketing for Cobra Kai like that with the second part because it's coming out not on Christmas but in the month before. And they're dropping it on Thanksgiving, which is a cool idea. I think that works well. What do I think the name is of the new dojo in season 6? I actually have a theory that I might have mentioned already on the stream a while ago, but I remember talking about this with mates. I think the dojang is going to be called the Way of the Fist, or Way of the Fist, or some sort of translation in Korean with this specific dojo. Because I want them to. I think it'll be called Cobra Kai still, but I want to see the name before they change it to Cobra Kai, or they just they go into the tournament as Cobra Kai. Because I'm just curious, like how Kreese and Kim want to go about that. Bunchy, what's going on? Um, what do you think Silver will be doing his sentence during sense? Um, doing since he has no friends or his friends were like, okay, so I think he's going to be behind the scenes trying to get his way to the Sekai Taikai. He's got to deal with his legal problems, whatever that is, because I think that's a line that was coming back to him. He said this in season 5, episode 6 to Kim when she said, "Where's John Kreese?" And he said, "Oh, John Kreese had to deal with some legal troubles," or she was like, "That's disappointing." She doesn't know, obviously, Silver was behind that. But I think once she does, she'll probably be like, screw Silver. Because like she's always had more of a relationship with Kreese, and she's trusted Kreese with her life. I think from what we've seen in the past. Um, I think there's more of a bond between them as well. Um, Wait, what did Evan say? It's retracted. I think that Hawk and Dimitri will get hurt in the tournament, but be a bad move. I was predicting that Hawk or Tori could get injured, but I will say this: I think any of the students from the Valley are subject to an injury because Sensei Kim is going to have a lot of stuff going on there with seeing Tori is competing. I think that's going to really annoy her because she does not like Tori, as we've seen. And I'm just curious if Kreese is going to, go about it in a way where he does go against him because what she tries to do with Tori. I think that might be the breaking point for Kreese. So it really depends. Up the CKN. What's up, Bunsy? How you doing, pal? Rashid, I see you. Part one drops on a Thursday. Definitely staying up till 3 and we watch. It drops. It drops on the Thursday. Um, I'm just trying to think. It might drop. I think 8 a.m. for me, because normally they drop 8 a.m. every morning for the regions. The Cobra Kai's social page always posts the schedule and what time it will drop in every region. So I might do that for you guys like beforehand. Might make a post after this and just sort of get the idea of where we're going with that. So you know what time to be ready to see that drop. It could be very early morning for certain people. Like you might be talking 4 or 5 a.m. You gotta get up to watch it. But obviously, just get sleep in the day and you'll be fine. I mean, it's not like this happens all the time with Cobra Kai. We're in the final season as well, so so worth it. Um, what's your opinion on release dates being quite far apart? I actually like that. Guys, we gotta appreciate this last journey with Cobra Kai. So splitting it up is great. Another thing, you will not get spoiled the final part of the season. Oh my god, spoilers go crazy every year with Cobra Kai. I feel like season 4 and 5 especially, 3, 4, and 5. There were so many leaks. I mean, even press outlets like for season 5, like this page in this outlet in Portugal, I think, or something. Like there was a specific page that you could see the email and the name of the outlet, and they were posting screenshots. I don't know how they could, because you can't do that usually. Because like Netflix just blacks out the screen. So I was very surprised they were able to like get that. And then in general, I think every time a new season of Cobra Kai drops, someone posts the clip immediately. When they get access to like the footage, people will post spoilers all the time, and it's annoying because well, not all the time, but when a new season drops, because you don't want to be spoiled. That's why you have to watch it on release as soon as you can, or stay off social media until you've seen the first part. So, this is why I like the idea with the spacing out between the releases, because if we had all 15 drop in July, we'd be not only screwed for the finale. This is not just a end of season finale. This is the series finale. You do not want to be spoiled this series finale for Cobra Kai. Like no one does. So let's not do that. Let's be smart. The 3 parts is a fantastic idea. I think that's exactly how you go about it. Spreads the hype. 5 episodes per drop is great, especially if episodes are 35 to 45 minutes. That works really well. Um, I'm just so excited for this final season in the way it's dropping, and just in between that, it's so exciting that we've never got this for the season of Cobra Kai. So you guys should be really excited. It's such a cool idea and a concept to execute with the final season, so you can do well with your marketing, get more fans hyped. You introduce this to new fans, so fans can really catch up that have never watched the show, and you also just have a more fun journey. As a content creator and a fan, I'm loving it in both ways. So that's just how I feel about it. Um, so I've got so many questions I got to catch up on. Sorry, guys. Yeah. Oh, Lucifer. Do you guys remember that Eagle Fang Gee leak? Some extra was in a car park, and they just took photos of it and videos. I don't know why someone did that. You're in the show, goddammit, and you're leaking stuff like it's so dumb. I've never understood why extras do that, especially because you'll get blacklisted potentially, and you just are being an ass by doing that. But yeah, for season 6, I think there's been a few things, but I'm glad there's not been anything major. Roundtable, what's up? It's been a while since I saw you. They should ban early access for. I think they should only give early access to obviously the cast and crew. Everybody else, no. Um, I wouldn't mind seeing the season early, but then there's a part of me that really wants to see it on release because of the hype, and it's just exciting to wake up and first thing you see is Cobra Kai on the release day. So I cannot wait. It's gonna be exciting. I'll probably wear my gi when I watch it. I've just thought about this. Like, are you guys gonna? You gotta be all merched out for the final season drop, and I want to ask you guys, do you want me to go live when the final season first part drops? Like, what do you guys want? Because I've done that in the past. Um, so that's something interesting that I wanted to ask you guys. So yeah, TJ says you should. I would love to. I mean, embraces his final journey with you guys as well. A live watch along would be cool. If I'm not occupied with a lot of mates on the day of release, then I will do a live. I mean, we could still do a live, but I'm not going to be focused on the live as much as you think. But that's the general thing. When it's release day, my focus is on watching. So just remember that. And I think we could have so much fun with it. I'm going to have so much fun watching this final season. It's it's going to be so epic. I can't wait. Um, it's just going to be so fun. It's so going to be so fun. I think this final season should be the most hyped you've ever been for a season of Cobra Kai. It's such a big deal, especially if you've been a long time fan as well of the show and just the Karate Kid universe. It's really a big one. Yeah, that was crazy. I remember. So I was lucky to see season 5 early, like a few days before release, because I saw the spoiler with Simon Miguel breaking up. I saw one of Chosen laying in the water with the blood, and with Silver and his sword. That image was going out. Loads of people probably would have thought Chosen died. Like there was too many leaks going out on release. It was really bad. Or even the day before, I was just like, glad, I'm so glad I saw that early. Um, it's honestly such a crazy thing when you think about like some of these spoilers are so huge and they're just going out like nothing. I just think this is why I'm glad the final season is split up like that, because they could be so strict on making sure that certain things don't get spoiled. I think early access might still be a thing for outlets, but I'm hoping nobody spoils anything. I hope they're a bit more picky with who they, let have access. I mean, there's so many content creators in this fandom that protect the show. They don't post spoilers. They're not about that. Anyone that wants to see it early in that way and have earned it, I think give it to them. But don't give it to people that are going to spoil the hell out of everything, because that's just not fair. I think it's really stupid if they do that as well. I got spoiled with the Miguel Hook fighting season 4 because I woke up and instinctively opened YouTube. Here's another thing: don't go on YouTube when a new season drops, because you will see probably spoiler titles, spoiler thumbnails. Do not do that. Don't go on any social media until you've seen it. I'm serious. Don't go on Instagram. Don't go on Twitter. Don't go on YouTube. TikTok as well. Just don't go on anything, because there's going to be spoilers everywhere. Unfortunately, there's always going to be incompetent people that spoil stuff. It's the way it goes, unfortunately, and it's hard to stop that. Um, Unless Netflix like really cracked down on spoilers and took down channels and social media accounts that posted spoilers, like that's the only way. I know there's so many big fans of the show that will never spoil things. I will never spoil stuff on my channel, um, especially in that sense, because I know how much this means to you to watch the season, for especially the final season of Cobra Kai, and you don't want anything ruined. And especially, it doesn't matter what scene of Cobra Kai, you don't want anything spoiled. Like as a fan of something, you never do. And I think to take people's enjoyment out for something they really appreciate and love, I have always been against that. And I think we need to make sure that people are not doing that, right? So as fans, if you have a mate that's trying to leak something or a friend that's trying to do that, you tell them, you put them in their place, you let them know not to do that. Because think about other people who really care about it. Um, Roundtable, you're totally right. This happens with like other film and film reviews I've seen, or even like series reviews. Like, oh, they call it spoiler free, and then they're talking about spoiler stuff. It's like you've just already broken your embargo, and you've also just spoiled something. So I don't ever read reviews and stuff either. I go and see it for myself, unless there's such a buzz like Madam Web, and everyone's saying it's not great, and you're just like, okay, why is it so bad? Like, why is everyone feeling like that? Because there's also times where you might love something or really like it, but no one else does. There's always that one film or show you might really like, but everyone else is against it. It's just one of those things. Um, yeah, Sean Chandler, he's a great YouTuber. He's been in the game for a long time as well with that. So he's the kind of guy he's never gonna spoil stuff like that. There's so many great YouTubers that do reviews you should check out, but overall, I just don't watch reviews, spoiler free reviews, because unfortunately sometimes you can get spoilers in them. So just gotta be careful. But if you know someone like Sean Chandler that does reviews and doesn't spoil anything, then you're fine. Who's having kids? Who said that? Andrea, you think the show should end with the wedding after the baby's born? Daniel, I think the baby's going to be born like halfway through the season. I think that's all they'll do. There'll probably be a title of one of the episodes that makes it clear that's when the baby will be born. Amanda is the best Daniel and Amanda's best man and maid of honor with Miguel next to Daniel, Sam next to her, Tori holding the flower. It's gonna be a full circle with everybody. I'm really excited to see that. I'm really excited to see like the wedding in general. Just such a nice celebration with all the characters and Johnny getting his happy ending. He deserves it so much, and I'm just excited to know more about that. So yeah, damn, we already hit the hour mark. Crazy. Um, so what's the other questions? Do you think Silver will be released when the Miyagi does up the Sekai Taikai? Yeah, I think he'll come out. I think that's season 5. Sorry, season 6. I think Silver will come into the second part, and I think he'll be teased at the end of the first part, just like John Kreese was teased at the end of episode 5, season 5, Extreme Measures. You saw Kreese at the end of the episode. There's such an end game moment. We said, "There's an end game, kid," and Silver is going down like so hype. And it's Kreese's conversation with Tori. I think they could do that with Silver and what he's planning, but he might not be in prison. He might just be somewhere else. I want to see like a. I want to hear Terry Silver's theme play, and then it like cuts to him, or fades into where he is and what he's doing, and then we just get the glimpse that Silver has been plotting something crazy since the start of season 6. Well, we're expecting him to return, so yeah. I think this. I think I'll. That'd be pretty hype. You see the end of episode 1. They go to Barcelona. Sorry, the end of episode 5. They go to Barcelona for the Sekai Taikai. You see Silver where he's been, perhaps just a glimpse of where he was, and then episode 6 it goes straight to where Silver's been and what he's doing now, and we'll probably understand more like what the matchups are for the Sekai Taikai. Maybe the episode prior to that we get to know the rules, how they are entered in, and all that kind of stuff. So I can't wait. It's gonna be fun. Chosen and Kumiko go to Johnny Carmen's wedding together. I can definitely see that. I think if they do the flower toss they do at like weddings, I can imagine Kumiko like catching it and Chosen's like but then I think he wants to get married to her. He definitely loves Kumiko. Um it would be cool if Chosen and Kumiko make it official that they're gonna get married um at some point when they're at Johnny and Carmen's wedding. I can imagine Johnny going, "Yes, Chosen, I'm happy for you, man," and I can imagine Daniel being very happy for him as well because it's like he said it. He said you deserve happiness to him in season 5 when they were out clubbing. Ran, that is such a messed up thing to say. Jesus Christ, that wouldn't be Cobra Kai anymore. That'd be freaking The Boys. That's like Homelander length crazy. What about Stingray? That's a good question. I'm honestly curious what they're gonna do with Stingray. Like, he's now changed his whole description on Chris and assaulting him. So I'm curious how they're gonna go about that. And guys, we are 9 subs away from 62.6k. Can we get to 63k tonight? Make sure you're hitting the subscribe button, hit the like button, and let's get it, guys. And check this out. See that? That's me, my own little card. Well, it was a really cool Comic Con booth thing where you can make your own trading card, and I loved it. It was so cool. If I missed any questions, I think there was a good question I missed. We're getting time from Netflix. Not today. No, not today. Tori and Sam team up. Yep, Christopher's definitely happening. What percentage chance would you give each team fight for winning the Sekai Taikai? Robbie and Miguel, 50% chance. Um, maybe Miguel more because of the fact he won the first tournament, and like depending on the personal story, if that's the thing, I'm gonna say it's Robbie Miguel, 50% chance. With Sam and Tori, I would say the same because again, plot. It just depends on the way they've written it with plot. It's very equal. It's either they're gonna win it or they're not. That's how I see it. But because of this story, I think they have more of a chance of winning. But in terms of realism, they shouldn't win. But yeah, you Bunsy, you reckon Dimitri will win it? Dude, if Dimitri won it, that would be like the biggest like plot twist. I don't think anyone is predicting that. But I'll be happy for Dimitri, but I'd be kind of like shocked. Like, damn, he won it over the others. But yeah, man, gotta love Dimitri. I love his character so much now. He was literally so annoying in the earlier seasons of Cobra Kai, but I appreciate him so much now as a character and you know what he brings, and it just love the way he is now. So it's like I'd be very happy for him if he won it. I mean, I couldn't imagine like the reactions to that. I'd be freaking crazy. I saw a spoiler pic of Devon Lee in Eagle Fang saying a new Eagle rises. I'm really confused. Are you talking about season six? Because I'm sorry if I read that out. I don't know if that's season six. Um, Whoever has the most plot armor wins, basically. Yeah, but it's down to the writers. They choose it. Johnny would be flabbergasted. Yeah, I reckon Johnny's reaction will be hilarious. Yeah, DJ Club. It's very bittersweet. It's the last day of filming. I still can't believe it. Really bittersweet, and it's also just amazing how far the show has come. It's been such a crazy journey. I want to talk more specifically from the heart about the show in a video, and I want to talk to you guys about just the amazingness of this show and just really embrace what it means to me. Um, and just the relatable elements of characters. Like, I want to do a whole video on why this show is so important to me and why I love it so much. There's so many reasons why as well, and they're also important. So I'll be doing something like that soon. Um, Drew me down. I'm good. How have you been? How's your weekend been? Bum, 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 bum. What color do you think Hawk's mohawk will be? I reckon it's gonna be a merge. We need to think outside the box. What could possibly make sense? I mean, I want to see the red and blue. They could do a red and blue combination because it's a homage to Hawk's earlier mohawk colors. Um, they could do a new one. We've had green, obviously. Went back to blue at the end of season five. He had like a mohawk with no color, just his brown hair. Um, wouldn't be surprised if they go with a new color with Miyagi-Do colors. Um, so I guess it depends. What do you guys think from Eli's mohawk? I reckon we're gonna get the most changes with his mohawk this season. Though, just to homage like all the different mohawks he's had. Green or orange? I think the green and orange makes sense because of Miyagi-Do bonsai and the sun on the back of the gi. I would love that. That'd be cool. Benazir says, "Can any of you motivate me to fold my laundry?" Fold your laundry. Asa. There you go. That should do it. Another Cobra Kai draft with Drew soon. A draft? We haven't done one in a while. I mean, maybe. I hope they do something with Mike Barnes. I think they will. I think he'll be back. Benazir, you just sound like Kyler right now. Gold Mohawk. Ooh, maybe if they win the Sekai Taikai, they could. He could do that. I don't think Sam and Miguel are gonna break up again. Um, Definitely not Ian. I don't think they will. I don't think any of them are gonna break up. I think Sam and Tori. Sorry, not Sam and Tori. I think Robbie and Tori might have more relationship issues because they haven't been together as long as Sam and I can't talk as Sam and Miguel have. However, I think the teen drama is done. I think it'll be more like how they are as a relationship. I don't want them breaking up and doing all of that stuff because season 5 brought everybody together. Now it's time to learn and grow with new dynamics and learn from each other. That's how it goes. I don't want them doing any of that. Oh, Sam and Miguel break up all the time. None of that. None of that. We've already had enough as it is. So why would you want to do it again? Do you think Sam and Miguel will go to the same college? I honestly think they would. I mean, it could be a bunch of them go to the same college together, but who knows? Wow. Oh, we hit 62.6K. Yes! We have 391 more subs to go, and we hit 63K. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it, guys. Make sure you hit the like button. Let's get this to 100 likes, guys. What are we doing? What are we doing? 44 likes? We can do better. Hit the 3 dots, and then the like button's here. Uh, So Cobra Kai Nation, Man City won another league. I appreciate what Guardiola's done, but I think we can agree it's getting a little bit boring that they keep winning it. I actually wanted Arsenal to snatch it just to make things more interesting. I'm just glad Chelsea did well in the last part of this campaign because we've had a pretty bad campaign overall. To finish 6th is actually pretty good despite what's been going on with everything else with Chelsea. But anyway, back to CK talk. Do you think we'll get to see the pressure points again? I would like to see it. They've used it twice now. Season or Chosen once showed it to Daniel. Then Daniel used them Kreese in season 3. Season 4, Daniel used them Johnny. Sorry, we've seen it about 4 times now. Chosen used it again, but against Silver. Now season 6, who are we going to see use it? I wouldn't be surprised if Johnny used it. That'd be pretty cool. Cobra Kai, you did not donate 2K. I think this is an inside joke between me and you now. um, do you think Robbie will win the tournament for the boys? It's definitely a big possibility. He's up there with one of them. Are you Miguel? Omar says maybe. Cobra Kai says I did. Don't lie. You lying. Do you think the secret Miyagi scroll that got teased will be used in the final season? I think it would make sense. Because you've teased this the whole time. If you're Miguel, where's Sam? Um, I don't know. I guess we broke up. I'm kidding. um, they lift the baby up, calling it the real Karate Kid in the show. That's. I feel like Johnny would actually do something like that. Like, why do I feel like him and Daniel would celebrate the win, and then he just has the baby and like shows the baby off, and on the baby it says "We won" or something. That would be funny. You want to hear British Rail Class? I just find that hilarious. Someone has a YouTube channel called British Rail Class. I don't know if that's like a you just decided to go with that, or you actually post railway content. But anyway, it's funny regardless. Um, yeah, I think the baby will be a girl. Do you prefer the aggressive season 1 2 Miguel, the calm fighter he is now? How do you reckon he'll be fighting the Sekai Taikai? I think he needs to bring back aggressive that aggressive instinct. I think also though, because he knows Miyagi Do, he can center himself. Not he knows when to switch to be aggressive and then when to switch to be defensive. Like that's what him and Robbie showed in that fight in season 5 that they are so balanced. They use Miyagi Do at the same time as one of them is on offense, and Miyagi Do in itself is offense, so it's an interesting one. I think the actual aggressive side, like yeah, I'm not gonna lie, if we see Miguel fighting like moving like Chosen, that would be crazy. Because he would look so badass, and I think he would also be just like so um, he would be so much of a badass fighter than he's ever been. Uh, what's up, Black Panther Edits? How you doing? Johnny decides to name his baby Shamoon in honor of Miguel's identical Cobra Kai Nation brother. Oh my god, that's too much, Melissa. If the kid is a boy and they call it Shamoon, I know the creators did that on purpose. That's so on the nose. I'm sorry. I don't think they'd ever call the kid after my name, unless like the creators love me like that or something. Um, or if the baby looked like me. Nah. Um, if every teen became a sensei in the future, who would be the most strict? I think Robbie, low key, because when he was a sensei in season 4, because he was kind of a sensei teaching Miyagi to the Cobra Kai students, he kind of would be the strictest. I feel like Eli could be as well, but I feel like all of them will be. I think that Miguel and Sam would be more relaxed, but Robbie and Tori would have this like way of teaching, which would be really badass. Like, look at the way Tori was mentoring Devon, and look at the way Robbie is mentoring Kenny. Like, they definitely give me that vibe. Um, Do you think that we'll see Sam embracing more of her own inner Cobra Kai this season with Tori's help? I feel like Tori will be learning more of Miyagi there, and I think Sam might be. She might go down that more aggressive side of style of fighting because it worked for her in the All Valley. I mean, she's Miyagi Do through and through, but I think they will keep the Miyagi Do aspect stronger still because that's essentially what she's known for. But she's great at combining the styles. Look what she did in season 4 with Eagle Fang Karate and Miyagi Do. Essentially, it's Cobra Kai, but yeah, it's super cool. Is Hawk and Moon still in love? Well, yeah. I mean, I'm sure we'll get a moment with them in season 6. Mm, 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 mm. You think was so quiet in season 6? I hope everybody does. Like that has said it, but I want to see Johnny say it with the students. Maybe Miyagi Do's ain't listening. He goes quiet. That'll be hilarious. If Moon and Yasmin are gonna show up, I feel like it should only be in part 1. Well, Hannah Cappell and Annalisa, I don't think they're going to be in this season that much. I think we'll see a bit of them in school, but I don't think they're going to be in it much, if I'm honest. Wish there was more options on this live for, you know. Blue Beetle was awesome. I don't know if everyone here has watched it. Assuming you have, it's great. Um, and it cuts back to Creasy and Cobra Kai's back, just like the trailer. I have a feeling that could be episode 1, guys, or episode 2. I don't think they're gonna show too much of where Kreese went or how he gets there. I think they'll show us a bit of that, but I think they're gonna sort of gloss over it and just show Kreese got the career with Sensei Kim, and then he's just goes about it in that way. Do you think Sekai Taikai has just individual divisional duo? Based on the whole team ups thing, I made the theory that there could be a duos division. It's just thinking about it now in hindsight, how could they go about the choreography? That would be very difficult to do. I think it just depends. Who's my favorite character? I have so many. So many. I have a big list. Wow, we're at 62,621 subs. Guys, you're new to the channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button, Cobra Kai Nation. Hit the like button. Let's get to 50 likes. Come on, we need 2 more likes. Make sure you keep liking it. I mean, I don't know, you can't constantly like, but if you guys like, it really helps out. Should release a reaction a day. That would be cool. Oh, like a reaction to every episode? That's an interesting idea. I want a school fight with Anthony and Kenny. Well, if they give us like a school fight, that would be pretty crazy. Like a Anthony Kenny one. But if they try and do the whole season 2 thing again, that would be kind of mad. But I don't think anyone would expect that early on in the season. But that would be pretty crazy. Um, Especially because they're like starting a new school year. So hey, another fight, guys. Look at this. Oh, it was on 62, 62, 6 just now. Now it's just gone up. But guys, we have 373 more subs to go, and we are at 63K. Come on, guys. I know. I believe in you. We can get this. To all my new viewers. And stay tuned for more content. I have so much coming out. With Miguel and Robbie as duo, Sam and Tori, and Hawk and Dimitri. Yeah. Oh my god. If they do a duos division, like I do really want to see Hawk and Dimitri compete together. That'd be so cool. Um, I'd be so happy with that. But I want to see Miguel and Robbie, obviously, Sam and Tori. Perhaps if Anthony and Kenny are on, working together at that point, where they want to pair up, I think they could. But for them, I think it would have to be like a younger division because that would be the only way I think it makes sense. Um, yeah. Oh, Sophie, it's your birthday. Happy birthday, Sophie. I mean, Lauren, I totally agree with you. We're probably going to get some cool montages with Sam, Tori, and Devon. If there was another female character that could make them a 4, that would be cool, but I don't think there's going to be any new female characters unless, like, Aisha came back, which would be cool. She would work pretty well with that. You're welcome, Sophie. Hope you have a great birthday. What the hell is that comment? Singles and duos would be cool. I think they wouldn't do too much on duos, but the focus should be on the singles. But I think duos could be an element, and I would love to see that because again, it makes it different from the All Valley. Or if Piper would come back, she could be part of that, but I don't think she fits really well with those three personally. She's kind of an annoying character as well. I would be cool if maybe one of the females that are already in the dojo, like some of the background actors that we don't really see much of. I mean, it'd be cool if one of them were to step up and they be in this 4, but I don't know if they'd do that. Um, there's quite a few female actors in the show I know that could get more should get some dialogue. I think is as in with scenes. That'd be cool. Wow. In 2018, on this day, Chelsea beat Man United in the FA Cup final. Well, I'm very glad of that. 6 years ago, that is crazy. Wow. Well, Mike Barnes Joy E Miyagi Fang. I actually think he could. I hope to see him involved in the tournament aspect. I think we could see something where they basically like they gave us a understanding of the Sekai Taikai through him. I don't know. Maybe Aisha might not return, but it would be cool to see her at least cameo. She might be there just to support Sam and Tori, which would be cool. And then Devin meets her as well. If Kreese fights Barnes in an episode, that would be badass. I'm curious if Barnes will fight Silver though. That's gonna be something. Do I think Hilary Swank is coming back? I hope she does. Dude, I really hope she does because she'd be a great addition to the final season. And again, Sam and Tori would love to see some more stuff on that side, like with their connection. Um, oh, that's, just got the some of the Karate Kid soundtrack stuck in my head. Daniel's training. Um, that would be awesome. I want to see season 6 already. Hey, 2 months to go. We're almost there. Um, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. We are 360 subs away from 63K. I think we could get it tonight. I really think on the stream we could. So hit that subscribe button like Terry Silver is about to do the silver bullet, you know? I love doing that. You guys want me to go full on Miguel season 2, the Back in Black episode? Hold on. Back in Black! I did it done! Wow, you can see the reflection. It's very, very crazy. Might leave these on. This light's low-key hurting my eyes a bit, and I think my allergies aren't helping. Um, I need to charge my phone, you know. What's going on? What's going on? How's it going? Keisha, how's it going? Thank you for subscribing. Um, I want Chosen versus Kreese. Chosen would easily win that, but I feel like with plot, that's the only reason why Kreese would win. Unless Chosen's that badly injured, Kreese wins, but I can never see that. Klaus, what's going on, man? Yeah, I mean, I think Miguel. It's so down to Miguel and Robbie, but I think a lot of people. I think I'm hearing more people divided on who wins, Miguel or Robbie, for the boys. Um, with the Sekai Taikai, I don't know how people feel about it for the girls. Like, do they really want Tori to win? Do they really want Sam to win? Like, I'm just curious. Sam winning is like a LaRusso legacy that she leaves, winning on a world stage in comparison to her father, who was the underdog in the All Valley. The impact isn't phenomenal, but I think with the sheer storytelling of Daniels, it's still going to always top it. But her winning in her division for the Sekai Taikai, I think that is something Daniels never done himself. So that's very impressive. Um, but yeah, damn, I really like these shades. You remember the season 6 production trailer? Zab Capone's shades. Shall I leave these on, guys? Hawk gonna do pressure points on Kenny as payback. Bloody hell! If they did that, I've got a friend that probably really annoyed about that. I think RJ. I'm wondering how you'd feel about that, Sam. Cousins podcast. Do you think Simon Tori and Sam will have a rematch and Silver paid the ref in all your valley? That's actually one of the theories I had in my Sam versus Tori rematch video. So go check that out because I actually explain in detail how I think they could go about that. It could also be just training for the Sekai Taikai and maybe Sam and Tori are like bonding over some competitive stuff. So could be that as well. Um, oh my god, my mate just sent me the weirdest video. That's actually grim. Sorry. Um, nah, bruh. That's so grim. It's just a party video, and I don't know why I watched it. I'm stupid. No, I'm not. Is Jane or Jackie Chan coming back? I doubt it. It's a shame that background character at Burton never won. Well, I think this. I've got a crazy theory, guys. It's gonna blow your mind. So, okay, I think Cobra Kai is just a prequel for Bert and Nate, and they're gonna be like the craziest, most badass senseis ever. And this story is only just the beginning for them. I'm on season 3 again. I have got to season 5, episode 2, I believe. So I'm probably gonna watch some more Cobra Kai after this stream and talk more about the show in anything I notice because I always notice new things and I rewatch the show and I'm like, damn, why didn't I notice this the first second time watching this? What's up, Edward De La Rosa? That's a cool name. How you doing? Have you watched Stranger Things? Yep. That's actually one of my favorite Netflix shows other than Cobra Kai, but Cobra Kai is better than Stranger Things. I'm sorry. Guys, 352 subs away. If you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button and don't forget to hit the like button. Because the more likes we get on the stream, the more Cobra Kai fans find it, and it really does a lot for the channel. If you want Cobra Kai Nation to grow and expand all dojos, then help by liking this stream right now. And it also means I know you want to see more streams. So yeah, CKW. I feel like Stranger Things is good, but I don't feel like the depth in the characters is as good as Cobra Kai. And I also don't think that Cobra Kai's storytelling can be matched with Stranger Things because Stranger Things is so limited in how they develop their characters because of like the focus. I feel like Cobra Kai does so well to develop characters as well as focus on the main story. So yeah, I personally feel that way. I mean, there is character development for the characters, but compared to Cobra Kai, I don't think it's as deep. You know. Did you ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise? Yes, I've heard of that, Leonardo. um, you watch anime? Nah, I'm not really an anime guy. I mean, I've watched some, but not really my thing. It really depends on what it is. Old back in the day, like Beyblade, Yu-Gi-Oh, and like bit of Dragon Ball Z, bit of Pokemon. Like I used to watch that stuff, but not as much now. Um, so Justin, I think Silver's already out of prison as we speak. Do you watch supernatural movies and TV shows? Funny enough, I was actually rewatching the Twilight films not long ago. I don't know. I just wanted to watch like a supernatural film I haven't watched in a while. And other than the cringy romance, there's actually some really good story there, and I actually think there's like a cool premise with the vampires and the wolves. And I'm gonna say this: the whole thing with Bella, Edward, and Jacob, that is so Miguel, Robbie, and Sam. But it's probably more cringy than that in the way they go about it. At the end of the story, I think Jacob gets done dirty. But yeah, okay, I want to give you a different question. Okay, who do you think is Messi in this season? I mean, who's the Messi and Ronaldo of Cobra Kai? I want to ask you that. Any update on Andrew Garfield? What do you mean, double A? Like, as in he'll be in the final season? I mean, I don't know, but that would be really cool if Andrew Garfield appeared. Imagine that. He's actually someone I really want to see a cameo. What's your favorite of the Karate Kid trilogy? It's always going to be number one. Number one is so iconic. I love number two. Number three has its issues, but you know the stuff with Terry Silver and Daniel, that's actually really good. Um, I honestly think that this show, I mean this show has made the trilogy better for sure. That's one thing I will say. I'm probably gonna end this stream in 10 minutes. So, if you guys really want to know about Cobra Kai season 6, I mean, I always start with the title of the stream in like the first 10, 20 minutes, and we kind of get through it really quickly. Unless you guys like talk about it, I'll talk about it more. But with the streams, I really like to see how you guys go about it with questions because it's a live Q&A at the end of the day. So anything Cobra Kai related, I will answer. But try to focus more on season 6. I'm gonna put my phone on charge because it's low on battery right now. What do you want, Catty Mal? Bow. No, no, no. No, 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 no. No, no, no. No, no, no. No, 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 no. No, no, no. No, no, no. No, no, no. I would play music, but it's gonna get me copyright, I think. Anthony Stewart scored La Pussa and score. I mean, definitely gonna happen next season. Down. And a now. 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 Now. And a now. Who's a better fighter, Miguel or Robbie? They're so balanced. It's hard to say really. I think because Miguel started this off, maybe he just has that edge. But I think it really depends. Um, I mean, I honestly don't know, like, in the sense of who that who is better. I mean, they're equal at the end of the day. I honestly don't think that they're gonna make it. Like, look at Daniel and Johnny. They made them very balanced, and that fight in season 4, episode 5, proved that they are on the equal level. And I don't think they want people to go, oh yeah, this guy's better, this guy's better. I mean, it is down to interpretation and what you think or who you think is better, but they both had some crazy fights, so I think it's very balanced. And I wouldn't argue that one is better than the other. But generally, when you compare them to the first Karate Kid movie, you could say that um, Johnny's been better because he's got more experience. But as much as Daniel's like with Miyagi-Do, he's balanced that out as they've got older. So I think it makes sense. And also, Daniel did Miyagi-Do for a very long time, and Johnny probably quit karate as soon as he left Cobra Kai. We don't know if he kept up with it, because he never mentioned that. He just said he was a party animal in his 20s and 30s. So it's one of those things. But yeah, I think it's interesting to see where they've gone with that. Do you think Chris will fight Johnny? And if so, who will win? I think Johnny would win that. I feel like plot's only on Kreese's side, but I think it really depends. Um, Badass glasses, Shimon. Thank you. I got these from Atlanta. Cool, right? You could be Peter Parker. You got the look. Really? That's an interesting one. That's a big compliment. Thanks, Double A. How did you meet Ralph Macchio? I met him at a Comic Con last year in Atlanta. Super cool guy. I absolutely love talking to him. He was very tired though when I met him because it was at the end of the day. But yeah, super cool. What's your role at Cobra Kai? I'm not in Cobra Kai. Well, I don't work with Cobra Kai like that. I mean, I wish I did. Love to be in Cobra Kai though. Bro, you're literally Miguel's doppelganger. Thanks, bro. Uh, what do you think of the Karate Kid 2010 Tribune? It's actually a solid film. Good action. Very on beat for beat with the first Karate Kid film. One issue. It's called Karate Kid when it's about Kung Fu. Call it Kung Fu Kid or Kung Fu Kid Karate Kid Story or Kung Fu Kid The New Story, or I don't know. They could have just retitled it and people would have respected it. Because the film without the Karate Kid title is actually really good. They could have said it's part of the Karate Kid universe, it's just not about karate. That would have been the best way to promote it, and then you wouldn't have shot yourself in the foot so early. I just don't understand why they decided with that title when it's not karate. and people are gonna point that out the moment they see the film, because they're gonna be like, "Why are you using the branding? Like, people are just gonna not respect you for that." If you change the name and made it part of the universe, then the 2010 film always had the opportunity to be in Cobra Kai, but the big three made it clear from season one, Jackie Chan is a person, an actor in that universe, so they can't have Mr. Han appear. Or if Mr. Han was in it, he would have to be played by another actor. That's just how they would probably go about it. But they didn't want the 2010 film attached. They wanted everything that Mr. Miyagi was in to be attached to that universe. So I think they did this smart move. I don't think they wanted this film being part of it. I mean, it could have been part of it in a different way. Um, um, oh, that was like some older questions. It's all about the IP name. Yeah, but that's the problem. I just feel like they didn't need to call it the Karate Kid. It didn't make any sense to be called that. They should have just given it another name. Simple as that. Sony did do well with that film though. It made a lot of money and it was a good film. I just think the title ruined it. Um, I hope Sony learned from that, and that's why they've got Ralph in this new film, because it will be about karate, not kung fu. Because if it's kung fu only, again, that would really make no sense. But I think there will be karate inclusion. That's how they probably avoid that same mistake. Um, and because Ralph's in it, it makes sense now. I mean, I get that they have less experience, but they are almost 18. It'd be interesting to see Miguel defeat Sensei. I would love to see the students fight Senseis. Okay, maybe not Sensei Kim's Senseis, but they could fight. I think Miguel and Robbie could give a Valley Sensei easily a run for their money. I mean, Chosen obviously whooped their ass very easily in season 5, but I think those students could learn. They could definitely do a lot of good stuff in a fight. Should have called it the Kung Fu Kid. Yeah, I think people would have. Uh, I mean, they would have given more potential to like other martial art styles. Like we could have seen the MMA kid or the box. Okay, the boxing kid is too much like Rocky. But they could have done other martial arts in other regions, and it all could have been canon. It's just that it's not linked to Daniel and the Valley story. So you can still do Cobra Kai with that stuff being canon. It's just that it doesn't come into it. But with the Sekai Taikai in the global tournament, they could have incorporated some of these stories in an aspect that maybe a character knew someone from that other story. They could have done something cool with that, but I don't think they were. Cobra Kai gave this universe so much more potential than it ever has. So there's so much more they could do now. Um, Especially how they've expanded the universe. What's up, Sebastian? Don't know how late I am, but this is the final year of Cobra Kai speculation. Glad we're deciding this now slightly earlier. Yeah, I'm gonna have a bunch of videos that come out because I want to make sure that all my theories are out before even that first part comes out. Because if there's anything that's made very clear after that first part, I feel like we can talk about the next part. What's going to happen in that? And maybe some questions won't be answered in that first part, but it's early in the season, so I expect that. Um, you're not late, Sebastian. You are here just in time. I mean, I'm gonna end the stream soon, but yeah. What's up, Mr. Flammable? Are we getting something today? No, we're not. Nothing official, but I've already spoken about this. I'll repeat it because a lot of you have come in now, and it's been like over an hour ago since I spoke about it. So On Friday, there was a wrap party with all the cast and crew of Cobra Kai season 6, and they celebrated a wrap on Cobra Kai in Atlanta. Today is the last day of filming for Cobra Kai season 6 in Atlanta. Now, why I say in Atlanta is important. They can easily do filming in other locations like Pickup, LA. That's one of the locations in the show, right? Or the main location. They're in the valley. So they could do some pickup there. And I also think they could film so much else with the Sekai Taikai and all that. If they need to go elsewhere, but I think they've already done that stuff. I think it will just be LA. So, um, S1 says you're the goat. I appreciate that. So I just want to name a car for an edit. Interesting. I don't know. Who do you think will win Master Sensei Kim or Mr. Miyagi? I think if they do a fight like that, maybe Master Kim won, but like cheating or something. But I feel like Miyagi might beat him, and then like something he kind of like cheats in the fight. I mean, I can imagine it going that way. Um, I think she could return. Yeah, guys, we are 33 subs away from 62.7K. DJ Club. I'll catch you later, bro. Thanks for joining, man. When do you think do you think Benoit says, do you think that we will have a second trailer in June? Possible. Yes. No, I'm very confident on that. Sam Satori season 6 prediction. Who wins? That's gonna be an interesting one. Sam could win this time for real. Tori never got that victory then if she didn't do it. But yeah, because of what happened in the last season. Because she was cheated out of victory, which is something she hated. Um, I think a few of my mates are on a call, but I will end the stream soon. Because Rashid has breaking news about season 6 now. I'm playing. He does not have breaking news on season 6. Um, Damn it. CR7, see you. Keep spamming me. Okay, here we go. Do you reckon we can get that to 62.7k? Keep subscribing, guys. Oh my god. We could definitely get that to 62.7k. I have so much faith in you guys. I can definitely see that. Miyagi-Do is a bit better on my opinion. I'm not talking real life. I'm just talking about the abilities you gave in the show. If I can give you a serious show, Miyagi-Do saver. Yeah, I think we can be realistically. I think we should all be Miyagi-Do because Miyagi-Do is doing what's best in real life. Cobra Kai strike first. I think when you're in a scenario where you can't get out of a fight, that's where it's good. And they made the whole no mercy thing. That's probably too far because you might go too far in a fight. When is enough as well? That's the thing with Cobra Kai. That's the problem with the ideology of the martial art. But Terry Silver made it clear: is Cobra Kai is never about revenge, as he said it to Kreese. It's about making you strong and using your martial arts and your instincts when the time is right. And I think his way of putting it was smarter than Kreese. Kreese is too much about war and all the part of that is what the downfall is with Cobra Kai. I love the idea though of combining both because you should have both. You should strike first in life, in goals, in other things, but don't go out picking fights. That's one thing you should never do. And Miyagi-Do is so full on that. Frank, you say the show's called Cobra Kai. They will be redeemed. I agree with you. Um, um, I think Cobra Kai being redeemed will have to be through someone that isn't Silver or Grease. I just can't see it being them because they are so different in their versions. Like Johnny's probably shown the only version of Cobra Kai from right now that actually is, uh, yeah, very redeemable. Because look at the ways he was changing it in season two. He didn't like the fact Diaz was hurting Robbie in the tournament. He could have won the fight cleanly without doing that. But yeah, I think it just depends in that way. Man can't stand, he can't fight. Quicksilver method. I mean, Silver's very realistic in some of his stuff as well. I mean, I think when Silver before he rejoined Cobra Kai and everything, or just generally before he went off the rails in episode 8 with all the stuff with Kreese, I actually think his version of Cobra Kai and the way he was talking to Kreese, he was so level headed. I think Silver, that version of Silver has a run for the best sensei. I mean, look what he did with Kenny. And if that could have been any other student. If he can do that with Kenny, he can do amazing things with Miguel and Robbie. And even Tori, is a bit hard because of the stuff with her and Kreese. And I think like Eli under Silver's reign, I mean, he might be too aggressive, but they would be even more crazy on the aggressive side. It would be nuts. Lewis, thank you for joining, man. I appreciate it. Have a great evening. Take care of yourself. Um, uh, John Steve Strong says Johnny will have his own version of Cobra Kai. Really? How many teasers trailers do you think we'll get for each part? I think one trailer for each part. I think that makes sense. Oh, Steve, you are right on that. Carice is right. You can't let people push you around. That's definitely true. I think you're taught the wrong way about it if you're just trying to hurt people, but if you're looking out for yourself and others, then that's when you're doing it right. Martial arts was never made to just hurt people. There's such a deep philosophy with it. Like, it's always protection at the end of the day. Um, I mean, there's probably, I mean, some martial arts like Krav Maga that was made to hurt opponents in the sense like you need to like destabilize and do all these things, but a lot of martial arts is for self defense mainly. Someone said, "Oh, you look like Miguel in season 2 with Johnny." That's why I was wearing these. Dun, 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 dun. You know what? I might quickly play Back in Black just for like 2 seconds. I don't want to get copyrighted though, but it's gotta be done. Back in Black. Da, 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 da. Can you say water? Oh, that's because of my accent, isn't it? Da, da, da. Love it. Yo, don't look. Play it cool. I actually made an edit with Cody, Strike First Media, while we were at, or made a little skit of us actually doing that in the Cobra Kai Challenger that we saw at ATL Comic Convention earlier this year. I haven't posted it yet, or I think I have, but I haven't unlisted it. Could do that for you guys this week so you can finally see it. I can see your reflection on your glasses. Hello! It's very trippy, isn't it? Dun, 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 dun. Yes, I'm back. Dun, 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 dun. Why didn't we get a teaser like you said? For what? Upfront? Well, it's because we got it at the end, the start of May, so it wouldn't have made sense. Because we got one at the start of May, so I think the next one will be the official trailer for the first part in June. So, well, the first part's in July, but the trailer will drop at the end of June, I believe. Do you think Miguel? Oh, I saw a good question there. Where did they go? Where did they go? Where did they go? Do you prefer long or short hair? I mean, I think I'm more of a long haired dude than a short haired guy now. I think Miguel Robbie will be in a life and death battle to parallel Karate too. I think I would like that because it's like an interesting fight. Um, but let's see what happens with that. Do 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 do. The dude lives on streams. I've been doing a lot of them lately. Yeah. Um, I've just been wanting to do more of them. I've had a little bit more free time this week, and I'm actually having fun doing a lot of these lives. And it's also because of new stuff. I mean, I'm working on so many things at the same time, but um, it is kind of crazy how much has been this week. And this week is quite a big one. I want to just enjoy that with you guys because of the fact Cobra Kai wraps up in Atlanta now. Bro, nice fit. You look fine. I appreciate it. Um, – I still can't believe it. Honestly, crazy. So, what I'm trying to figure out is when are we gonna get a poster? Because they could drop the poster with, you know, we could see the poster drop when that season. When that season 6 official trailer drops. So I'm just curious about that. How ahead though do you make it on purpose? No, this is like I haven't even styled my hair. I've just combed it a little bit. That's it. This is generally how my hair goes. It's kind of crazy, right? Um, I'm not like. Do you? Okay, I have to ask you guys this. Do you want like a hair tutorial for how I like style my hair in general? Because I feel like with Comic Cons coming up and stuff, if you are cosplaying Miguel or whatever, like I can show you how I go about it, but it's not really a big process for me. Um, I'm just really lucky. My hair is like, yeah. I just saw your video. It's pretty bad. I appreciate it. Looks badass Cobra Kai material. That's what I'm talking about. Uh, Miguel better not get hurt this season. I actually don't want to see him get hurt because it would be too much repeat of season 4. It works so well with the season 4-5 stuff. Uh, but I don't want to see that again. I really don't. Who remembers Shimoon with short hair? I don't think I've ever shown you guys what I look like with short hair, unless like you saw a post of mine on my story because I have posted it on there. Um, you have a coffee. You have coffee on the right side of the table and a piece of pizza. It's not pizza. It's actually chicken. CKN, chicken. I'm actually gonna take these off for a bit. Um, So guys, I think we're gonna end the stream. Yeah, we are one more sub away from 62.7k. Thank you all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I mean, I love doing these lives. I think my understanding is that we'll get something in June. In the meantime, there'll be plenty of live streams, plenty of videos, plenty of shorts. So enjoy it and stay badass. Remember to hit the like button. Let's try and get as many likes as we can on this stream. Hit the 3 dots, hit the like button right now, and subscribe to Cobra Kai Nation. Hit the notification bell. You don't miss any videos, any shorts, any live streams. When we talk about Cobra Kai Season 6, the Miyagi-verse, there's so much coming. It's going to be a big year, guys. So stay tuned for more. Thank you for watching as always. I've been Cobra Kai Nation. I've been Shamoon, Cobra Kai Nation. See you in the next one. I'm just waiting for this to go to 140 minutes and then go from there. Subscribe today. Asa!